Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're now on ta and dha. And these two letters are what you can call the boat letters because they're shaped like sailboats, as you can see here. Okay, almost like a sailboat. And they're very similar to the sad and dad. However, they don't have a tooth. Okay, they don't have a tooth and they don't have that tail, that big dipper that the sad has. So no tail and no big dipper. So it also connects front and back. So when you have your text and then you have a ta, okay, and you continue on with your text, right? Whether or not, it's actually one of the easiest letters because from the beginning, middle, and end, the ta is the same. Okay, there it is in the beginning, middle, and end. If you notice, the letter ta course is the heavy version of the letter ta. Ta and ta. Okay. And likewise, the letter dha is the heavy version of the letter dad. So you have to separate and distinguish between your ta and your ta. All right, and dha and dha. All right, so really ta is one of the easiest letters in terms of writing. So you're going to look at the screen, pause it, practice it a couple times. And it's really simple because it's beginning, middle, end is the same. So let's now go straight to our recitation. And let's read Surah Al-Kawthar again. You note here, Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar. Here it is. A'tainaka. We gave you. A'tainaka. Okay, we gave you. Ka here is suffix meaning you. Okay, and so here's our first ta. أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر. Right, pray to your Lord and sacrifice, meaning give charity. إن شأنك هو الأبتر. No more ta or the there. Okay, Surah Al-Ma'un, the aid. And Al-Ma'un also means literally pots and pans, right? Really symbolizing that the simplest thing you can lend someone is a pot. I mean, who's really going to refuse lending someone a pot? And in the desert, that may have been a little bit more, of an item worth thinking about. But that's the meaning of ma'un. It ends up having both meanings. If you're wondering, wow, we're talking about pots here. No, it means help in general. All right? Ara'ayta. We studied that. Ra and again, we studied that. Yeah, we looked at. Okay, and this time it's yeah as a consonant. Ara'ayta. Okay, so all these letters we have studied, and this word ara'ayta means have you seen? Alladhi, that which, or the one whom. And we call this isma mawsul, which is a connector, right? That which or whom, things like this. Yukadhibu bid-deen, he lies about the deen. Yukadhibu bid-deen. And you notice I said bid-deen, not bil-deen, even though there's a lam here. Bid-deen, not bil-deen. So there are some letters you actually do not pronounce the lam. If you can go straight into the next letter, okay, we call that lam shamsiyah, which is the lam that is shamsiyah because the word ash-shams, okay, ash-shams, you do not pronounce the lam in it, and I'm sure in any Arabic book that those lists are there, and we'll get to those. We'll cover that. Bid-deen. Okay, فذلك, this, so this, فذلك الذي يدعو. Right, this we haven't studied yet. We're going to get to this letter in a second. Al-yatim. Again, all letters that we've studied except the meme. Al-yatim. Here's your tooth for the ya, tooth for the ta, and tooth for the next ya. And let me tell you, in most cases, all the teeth will be the same size. So this is a graphic thing here. Okay, let me jump over back to the text so that you could see that when I write down the word al-yatim, okay, al-yatim, you note here, they're all the exact same size. So you have to know, part of this is knowing the difference between how the text is actually written. And in this case, the meme is not even, there's no hole in the meme. Okay? Like there's no gap inside of the meme. So that's all differences in the way things are written. وَلَا يَحُضُّ. Okay, this way it's written right here, so you don't get tricked. This is, or confused, ya. Ha. These two dots are attributed to this right here. Okay, so that's ya, and then this is ha. Yahuddu. ولا يحض. He doesn't encourage or he doesn't give. على طعام المسكين. على upon. طعام. Here's your ta. think this might be the first one that we've, no, only the second one that we've seen so far. Ta'am, food. This word means food. Ta'am al-miskin, the miskin, the poor. Okay, ta'am. So let's just do a quick comparison how it would be written in this text. Ta'am. See, look at the memes, how different they are. The ayns are slightly different too. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. Woe to those who pray. Now this is amazing. Woe to those who pray. Well, what's wrong with prayer? Oh, he continues here. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Those who are heedless of the prayer itself. And many of the scholars say they're thankful that Allah said heedless about the prayer, not heedless in the prayer. Because if it's heedless, if it said الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ, heedless inside the prayer, then we'd be in big trouble. الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ. Those who show off. يُرَاءُونَ, okay, are showing off. You saw this word here, أَرَأَيْتَ, have you seen? It's the same root. Ra and Hamza. Okay? Here, يُرَاءُونَ. They want to be seen. They're showing off. What is riya in Islam? How do we define riya? So if I go buy a Mercedes and I drive around, am I showing off? No, and if you're trying to show off a Mercedes or dunya, okay, that's just considered weak character. It's not considered riya. Riya is to worship Allah so that people see you. Okay? So required in riya is that you do good deeds that are meant to be solely for the sake of Allah, like salah. Alright? Okay. Only so that people see you. وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ. And they stop people. Okay? They prohibit aid. Okay? Surah Quraysh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're looking for ta. We haven't seen the va yet. Right? لِإِيلَافِ Quraysh. Alright, this is lam, alif, with a hamza under the alif. This is almost really not, you don't have to worry about this. It's not necessary. Actually, this is the kasra under the lam. Yes, this is the kasra under the lam. And then this is ya as a consonant. As a vowel. Li-lafi. And this is really what we can say is redundant because it's just not necessary because you have the alif here, dagger alif. So why would you need a fatha, short vowel, and a long vowel? Okay, but they put it there for a wisdom, perhaps we don't know, but the calligraphers put it there. Li'ilafi. Okay, li'ilafi means to bring closer the Quraysh. Li'ilafi Quraysh. Okay, ilafihim rihlat ash-shita'i was-sayf. So what did Allah do to bring them near, to know that they have blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal? Is the journey, rihla. And here you have your ra, ha, okay, lam, and we haven't studied this letter yet, tamabud. Ash-shita'i. Here you have again lam shamsiyya, ash-shita'i. Was-sayf, and another lam shamsiyya, was-sayf. This is a wasla and a lam shamsiyya, so we're not even going to pronounce either of these. We're going to go straight into it. Was-sayf. Here you have a sad. Alright, so the journey of the winter time, Ash-Shita, was down to Yemen, and the journey of the summertime was up to Syria, and they went there and they spent time doing trade. Okay, and they got very wealthy off that trade. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. And that trade was actually part of the wisdom in that all of the Arabs, south and north, all knew who the Quraysh were. So when one of their members said he had a prophet, he's a prophet, they know Quraysh. They know so many people in Quraysh just from traveling. These people traveled for a generation up and down once every year. All right, once to the north and once to the south. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Now they shall worship the Lord of this house, هذا البيت, الذي whom أطعمهم. أطعمهم. Two more favors that he gave them. أطعمهم. Here he is ta again. The first ta was also ta'am. Ta'am and miskin. Or one of the other ta'as that we saw. أطعمهم. He fed them. So you should notice the word ta'am, food, and أطعمهم. He fed them. Min ju' from hunger. وآمنهم من خوف. And he made them secure. آمنهم min from خوف, fear. And this meme here. Actually, we'll study that later. I don't want to. You see this meme here. If you're going to continue to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you say Amanhum min khawfim Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All right, and we'll cover that more in tajweed. It's called iqlab. Iqlab is when you have a noon sakina, noon with a sukoon, or tanween, double shadda, double kasra, double dhamma, followed by a ba that has a short vowel on it. Okay, it becomes a meme, and we'll cover that again in tajweed. But that's called iqlab. Min khawfim Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Iqlab. And all of the rules of tajweed are to convert the coming together of two letters in the easiest possible way on the mouth. That's the purpose of tajweed. All right, the rules of tajweed, you'll find them, their purpose is ease, not hardship. All right, so ease and fluidity of the text, of the recitation, to make the recitation fluid as opposed to blocky and difficult. So again, here you have what are the favors? The ilaf. The ilaf is not favors, but ilaf is to bring someone closer. So to bring them closer, to make them realize that they have so many blessings, is that Allah made their trade successful. He gave them 2 avenues of trade. Okay? And then He أطعمهم من جوع. He filled their stomachs. They're not hungry, وأمنهم الخوف, and they're not afraid of an enemy killing them. And all a nation needs is to not be hungry and not worry about enemies invading them. Right? And if any country has these 2 ni'mas, you're not worried about a country invading you, no less your own police harassing you. Whenever the military or the police have nothing to do except to turn on the citizens, you're in big trouble. And that's really one of the hallmarks of what some people call the backward or third world country. Third world country originally means that they were not communist or capitalist democracies supporters. So they didn't support the democracies and the capitalist nations of the West, and they didn't support the Soviet Union. So they were known as the neutral countries, or also known as the third world countries. So third world never actually meant backwards. It became known as backwards later because they happened to be backwards. Okay? And one of the signs of these of such a backward country is that the police and the military actually turn on the people and use the people. Okay, and in many cases the militaries are like mafias that control land and they're basically mafias. Okay, that control resources. Okay, and are more busy making money than anything else. So if you're safe from the military internally, and you're safe from the militaries of external countries, and you are safe from being hungry, your stomach is not empty all the time. Okay, so at that point, what else can you ask for? Let's do another surah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Because Fil and Quraysh are related. The 2 surahs are related. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashab al-fil. Alam. Okay. Tara. Haven't you seen? Alam. Haven't you? Tara. Seen. Kayfa. How. Fa'ala rabbuka. What your Lord did. Okay. Or how your Lord acted. Okay. Took action. Bi ashab al-fil. With the companions, the keepers of the elephants, and fil. And here we're talking about Abraha's elephant. Alam, didn't he? Yaj'al kaydahum fi tadlil. Didn't he put their kayd? Yaj'al is to place. Again, that's a ya. Okay, these 2 dots are under here. Jim, yaj'al kaydahum. Their kayd, or their mischief, or their plot, really. Not mischief. Mischief is like little stuff. But their plot, kayd. Kaida hum, there. This is a suffix that means there. Kaid is the plot, and hum, their plot. So kaida hum translates as their plot, even though hum is a suffix to kaid. Fi, remember this, the ya tucked under the fa. In, tadlil. Tadlil is astray, to send something astray, like an arrow that goes awry. Right? Fi tadlil. You notice that these 2 here, this is called tanween, but you note that the 2 kasras are not parallel, and you note other times that they are parallel. So why? Okay, see here, this tanween, why are these parallel and this not? So tanween is to close off or to end a word with in, en, or un. So whenever they're not parallel, okay, you will have something called idgham, entrance directly into the next letter. The noon will disappear into the waw. So when you recite it, it will be أَلَمْ يَجْعَلْ كَيْدَهُمْ فِي تَضْلِيلٍ وَأَرْسَلَ. So when it's not parallel like this, okay, you're going to have something called, all right, idgham, in which it's going to go في تضليل وأرسل. Now, وأرسل عليهم طيران أبابيل. Here, you have them parallel. So you're going to have something else, which we're going to study in tajweed, called idhar, where you actually pronounce the tanween. So you would say طيران أبابيل. Okay, طيران أبابيل. These two are meant to be on top of the alif, right? So when it's like that, and they're parallel like this, you do pronounce the tanween. You say طيران أبابيل. Okay, let's continue on. And the meaning of this is وَأَرْسَلَ عَلَيْهِمْ, and he sent upon them, عليهم, upon them, طيران, birds, أبابيل, in great numbers. Okay, ترميهم, they throw upon them, بحجارة, again that ba is under this here, that's ba, ha, jim, alif, بحجارة, with rocks. Okay, min sijil, and sijil means clay, like hardened clay. That's the meaning of sijil. فَجَعَلَهُمْ, here you have the fa again tucked and the jim under the fa. So فَجَعَلَهُمْ, so this is fa and jim underneath it. Okay, فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Okay, again here you don't say كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ, كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Alright, and the meaning of كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ is that asf is like a storm, and it comes in the Quran a couple times. Rihun asif, okay, like a wind that comes down with a storm, okay. And makul, so there's the rocks come down like a storm, and makul is eaten. The word makul means eaten, and so the image is that they will come down, and these rocks will come down like a storm and leave these soldiers of Abraha, when it's done with them, when all these pebbles and rocks are done with them, they will look like food that's been eaten, or plants that have been eaten by animals and then vomited up again. Right? So that's the meaning of the surah. Okay, and that's the meaning of this phrase, كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Okay. All right, we'll stop there and we'll pick up Ayn and Ghayn, the last pairing of letters, in the next class.